Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another coffee and a card with Barb. I know how busy everybody's lives are right now. It seems like when May hits, May, June, life just kind of speeds up. So let me know in the comments how you're doing, what's going on, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come stamp with me for a half hour. All right, let me bring my camera down. This is the fun part, isn't it? No, said no one ever. Okay, so we are using a brand new bundle out of the May through August 2026 Stampin' Up! Catalog. There are so many things in this catalog. I have so many ideas. I can't wait to share it with all of you. And this one is called Words and Wishes. There are all sorts of sentiments in here, and they're not all birthday. And some of them are ones I've been wanting for a long time. To someone who's always there when I need you. Thanks for being so fabulous. Life is better with you around. You make every moment special. You put the yay in every day. I love that one. And then, of course, we have regular ones that go with birthday and other celebrations. But this is such a versatile set. And then these are the Words and Wishes dies. And these cut out words. Now, I'm not showing you these today, but believe me, I will have a lot of samples done with this because this is just incredible what you could do. There's all sorts of little things in here that you can add. So stay tuned because these dies are fabulous. Okay, so that's what we're using today. And then I'm loving the colors today, guys. We're starting with a Flirty Flamingo card base. Isn't that gorgeous? And then for the inside of the card, I'm actually going to stamp. You guys that have stamped with me for a long time know that I rarely stamp the inside of the card because I like to write on it. But for this one, I'm going to stamp. I can't remember which one I picked. You make life sweeter than cake. I think that's cute. Okay, so we're just going to ink this up. Now, one thing I want to tell you is that this is a very fine lined image. Let me go ahead and stamp it here so you can see what I mean. So when you stamp it down, make sure you don't want to rock it, but make sure that you hold it for a minute so that the ink can transfer. And I am still using my Memento ink pad. One of these days, I'm going to break out the new Basic Black Hybrid ink pad. I just have not done that yet, but I will. I'm going to use it for the first time with you guys, so maybe I'll do that next Wednesday. Okay, so there we have that. And then in the stamp set, you may have seen that we have little presents. So I'm just going to keep this super simple. I'm using Pool Party and Daffodil Delight, and I'll show you in a minute why I chose those colors. And I've got a big present and a small present. So I'm going to do the big present in Pool Party. So quick and easy stamping. We're keeping this one super simple. And then I'm going to do a small package right next to it. Oops, lost the edge on that one. There we go. And then I am going to close these. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we have Flirty Flamingo, Petal Pink, and Basic Black. So a lot of drama going on in this card. And it's going to go like this, but I want to show you where I got the colors from. This is the new, and I love the name of this paper. This is the new Beautiful Ordinary Life Designer Series paper. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this paper. We're just going to put that there. And then we're going to take this other piece of this gorgeous designer paper. It's just so whimsical. I love the whimsy of this paper. And I know that I want to do it this way. So I'm just kind of making a little pattern. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to glue this down on the basic black cardstock. So there's always a fix. Okay, make sure. Yep, okay. Have any of you ever turned your card upside down and then you've got the wrong side on the wrong side, or is that just me? That might just be me. All right, so that's a cute card just like that, right? But now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in this piece of basic white cardstock. And I want to show you on this stamp, these are actually 2 different stamps. So I could have done the happy in one color and the birthday in another. I like that they make that easy to do. But I only want to stamp this in black, if I can find my black ink pad. So I just put it on one block and lined it up using my grid sheet. So super easy to do. So I'm just going to ink this up in black ink. Okay, and I'm going to stamp it down black on black, white on white. Not best for me in my eyes. We got that fairly straight. Now we're going to stamp the birthday cake, which I just think is so cute. And I'm going to stamp that. You're going to see the top of my head because I have to see where I'm putting this. I'm just going to stamp that down. Boy, you can tell I just re-inked this ink pad. Holy cow. All right. And now we're going to put candles in. And I did not want black candles. So what I'm going to do is I am going to ink. I'll hold this up in the hopes that you can see what I'm doing. I want just the flame of the candle. So I'm just going to ink it on the side of my ink pad. If it goes over, I'm not going to worry because neither of these colors are super dark. And then I'm going to try to get just the candle with the pool party ink pad. Pardon my head, but I've got to be able to see. And then we stamp it down. See, now this takes a little bit of time, but it's not difficult, and I think it's worth it. I used to do this with our Stampin' Right markers, but since we don't carry those anymore, I go back to my old way of doing it. And do not, my friends, do not put Stampin' Blends on your photopolymer stamps because they're alcohol-based markers. So no using blends on your stamps. This is just, for me, the easiest way to do it, but you do it the way you want to. All right, so now we got the candles on there. And it's so funny. I knew I wanted petal pink for the frosting on this cake to go with the colors on our card and the designer paper. And I pulled out my, excuse me, dark petal pink blend, which is the one I want to use. And oh my gosh, my tip was gone because I probably used it. I rarely use the brush tip because when I do, I press hard. I'm a hard presser. So I'm just doing, look at that. Can you see that? Yes, and I did order a new blend, which I was happy to do because this is a light color. So you could tell I use this color a lot. And then I'm just going back in and I'm using the nub, which is my personal preference with the blends anyway. I like the way it colors. I like the type of color it gives. But sometimes the brush tip is just faster. So this was dark petal pink. And now I'm using dark flirty flamingo. Ooh, this is why you don't put hand lotion on before you stamp. So dark flirty flamingo. And I'm just going to highlight. I'm just using the colors from the beautiful designer paper. I don't, I use what Stampin' Up! Gives me. And I love to use colors in the designer paper. So I just go with that. And there you go, my friends. And then if I want to get really spiffy, which I'm going to, but before I do that, I am going to take this black cardstock. This is why you always have something underneath you when you color with blends, because if they are alcohol markers, which they are, they will bleed through. So you do want to make sure that you've got something on your surface, especially if you're using dark blends. And then I'm just going to glue that down. Oh, I love this stamp set so much. And then I'm going to bring out my Stampin' Dimensionals. which means you guys have to unfortunately sit there and watch me put these on and take them off. So like watching paint dry. And I'm going to bring out your take your pick tool because my hands are killing me today. And I'm just going to flip this off. Where would we be without the take your pick tool? I'd be lost. I know that. I have to have my take your pick tool. All right. And then what we're going to do is and I'm not going to try to center this. Everything here is off center for a reason. I joke that the person that I was going to send this to can be off center sometimes. So it's just kind of got that unevenness feel. And then on the inside, we have our presents. What do you guys think? Quick, easy, and a great card thanks to this beautiful Ordinary Life Designer Series paper. Now, I told you I was going to put 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐿𝐴 on, and I didn't. So let's go back and add a little bit of 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐴. Just a little bit so that the cake sparkles. We don't need a lot. Just to catch your eye. And there we have our finished card. I'm going to sign off, say goodbye. I know how busy you guys are. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I appreciate it more than you guys know. And I'll talk to you next Wednesday. Bye.